What's up, folks? This is Derek coming with Vic's world famous chicken in the cooler, bringing you another great recipe to cook on the Traeger. And today we're gonna cook zucchini lasagna. That's right, you heard it correctly. Zucchini spirals. I couldn't fresh ones, so I had to get frozen ones, and I didn't feel like cutting a zucchini, but these are pretty inexpensive. You can find it in any grocery store in your frozen section. Zucchini spirals. Instead of using pasta, this is what I'm going to use in the lasagna, zucchini. Prego, tomato, onion, and garlic. Some hamburger meat, salt, pepper, and onion powder, and a little parsley flakes. Mexican cheese, mozzarella cheese, and of course, you can't have any good lasagna or spaghetti without grated Parmesan cheese. Hey, this time in the cooler, you don't have to wash your meat because you don't have to wash hamburger meat. I'm gonna brown this hamburger meat. I'm gonna dice it with this tomato sauce, and then we're gonna start building this lasagna as we get ready to take off in the cooler. All right, folks, I'm gonna brown this hamburger meat. I'm gonna do the whole 2 pounds. Fire that fire up, get that hamburger meat hot and ready. Give it a little salt, high into the sky. A little pepper, high into the sky. A little garlic. Oh, I should use fresh garlic, but powdered garlic is gonna be fine right now, today. And like I told you before, these are not just for rice cookers. These are great when you're doing ground beef. You microwave it for 6 minutes, drain the water, a little salt, a little pepper, give it a little flavor, and that's gonna be our base for this lasagna. Like I said, I usually like to get it that's already, it's not frozen. You usually get a little bit more, and it's a nice size pack. I'm not cooking spaghetti for a whole bunch of people, so I don't need more than just these 4 packs of noodles to make this lasagna, but you will see that it's gonna look great. Only way you're gonna know that there's vegetables at the bottom instead of pasta is if somebody tells you. And if somebody doesn't tell you, it's too late, because it's gonna be too good for your system. Your belly gonna be like, man, I wish you'd have told me there was vegetables in there, but I'm loving it. Into the microwave they go. 6 to 7 minutes. I've never did all 3 at one time, so we're gonna just go with the 6 minutes for all 3. And let's turn back over to sugar, I'm sorry. Tablespoon to a tablespoon and a half of salt, half a tablespoon of garlic, half a tablespoon of onion, half to a tablespoon of black pepper. And if you like your spaghetti a little spicy, you can add a couple of these crushed red peppers. Or you can fake it like I did right there. Did you guys know that more black people eat spaghetti than Italians? I'm gonna pull that up, and I'm pretty sure that's a positive, because as a black male, I've eaten a lot of pasta dishes between spaghetti, lasagna. But we're gonna put this on the Traeger at 350 degrees for about 30 minutes, because everything will be completely cooked. The noodles will be done. And the only thing you're trying to do is to get the sauce, the noodles, the hamburger meat, the seasonings, and the cheese to come together in a great dish. And that's all you're trying to do. That's why you could eat it without putting it in the Traeger, but I'm just gonna give it a little smoky flavor, and it's gonna melt that cheese perfectly. A little bit more garlic, a little bit more onion powder. So let's up that up to a tablespoon of everything. Now, once you got that meat brown, you go ahead and add that ragu. You could drain the meat. You don't have to drain the meat. A lot of times I drain the meat, but then when you drain it, you're missing some of that seasoning you done put in there. You ain't got to drain that extra fat. I know a lot of you like to drain the extra fat. You ain't got to. Just go ahead and mix it on in here. Let it soak in that spaghetti sauce. Add all the fat and goodness you need and want. This is an easy dish. You probably can finish this dish besides the cooking time on the Traeger to prepare, to cook the hamburger meat, the spaghetti sauce, the zucchini noodles. That's probably 15 minutes. And then the cooking time on the Traeger in the oven, another 30 minutes, 40 minutes at the max. So you can finish this meal in an hour to feed several hundred people. I shouldn't say 100. Your family and anybody else that's coming over for dinner. A little early, but you can see that is a microwave for those noodles. Now let me show you how a little Parmesan added to my sauce. You guys are probably saying, oh, that's blasphemy. Maybe for your sauce, but for my sauce, It makes it wonderful. This sauce is starting to look real good right now. Let me get a little corner taste. I told you, that extra bit of seasoning I put in there made it perfect. I'm waiting on the noodles. As I'm waiting on the noodles, let me prepare the first part of my dish. I'll put a little Parmesan cheese on the bottom, like that. Little mozzarella on the bottom. Little Mexican, and they say Mexican, but Monterey Jack cheddar, that's just good cheese. You don't have to buy multiple bags because they got it all mixed in the bottom of this. Coat that bottom right there, a little cheese. And then what I like to do is, before I put the noodles in there, I like to start off with a little sauce at the bottom. A little sauce, and then after a little sauce, then the first part of the noodles that I got, I start to layer them in here. My first set of noodles. You can, great thing about zucchini noodles, you can squeeze them like a paper towel, because they hold a lot of water. You could probably let them sit for a little while to get some of that excess water, but since it's going on the Traeger, I'm gonna need all that extra moisture in there. So I'm gonna keep layering. First told me this, I was like, I don't know about this. I don't like pasta. And you want me to substitute it with some zucchini noodles. I don't know about that, but she was right, and of course I was wrong. And so what you gotta do now is cool it off, folks. Got the zucchini noodles, just like you would do regular pasta. Run water on top of it, cool it off a little bit. Like I said, the only bad thing about zucchini noodles, you hold moisture and water like a mug, like a sponge. So it's okay, is after you drain it and cool it off, you can squeeze that extra water out of there. Camera, and I'm gonna show you what I mean. So you can grab a handful of zucchini noodles like this. You watching that, camera? And squeeze it, and you can see all the moisture come out. So give it one big old squeeze. And it looks like I'm not gonna have enough for multiple layers. So I may just do this layer right here. So even if you do it fresh, you need to dry the zucchini, because the zucchini, like I said, is a very, it's like a sponge, man. It soaks up water and whatever else you put on there. Spread that zucchini out. So this is gonna be a 1-layer lasagna, looks like. 4 packs of zucchini only gives you 1 layer, which is still okay. A for me. So take that, the zucchini's on there, sprinkle a little more cheese, and then some more of that good old sauce you just got finished making. Layer it on here, pour some, get some more meat on here instead of this sauce. It's okay to make a mess in the kitchen as long as you clean it up before the better half gets home. Oh, you're definitely gonna get some more sauce, folks. Just hold on. So what I am gonna do, I'm gonna make this one super cheesy because I don't have any more noodles, but I do have more cheese to make another layer. So this is gonna be cheesy wheezy. This is gonna be a super cheesy zucchini lasagna, or baked spaghetti, I like to call it. Folks, as you can see, the cheese is already started to melt. And now we're gonna put this lovely thing on the Traeger. And I say you'll get a little bit of the smoke off the Traeger. Come outside and walk with me real quick. Let's show you the ground. As I walk into the wind chime, as you can see all the smoke already coming off of it. Smoke inside, so you're gonna get that smokiness. See all that smoke coming out of there? This is gonna be smoky lasagna with zucchini noodles. How can that be bad? Dinner is served. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Oh, just joking. Of course I'm gonna cut this lasagna so you can see it. Let's let it cool off for a second, and I will prepare a great plate for you guys to observe. Folks, ain't nothing better than the corner piece of a lasagna. You just got to get in there like that. Hope everything is molded together. Looks good. Ooh. I knew it was gonna fall apart, but still looks so ooey gooey. Look at that pool. All that cheese. So that's why I put cheese on both sides and in the middle, so you can get that pool. Oh, a little bit more. Noodles. There you have it, folks. And icing on the cake. Little Parmesan cheese. See, looks like spaghetti noodles. Comment, subscribe, share. Get you some of this pasta with no pasta. See ya.